many people.
Okay. Penny, can you sum it up?
The little nickel rules. It totally rocks.
Buy it, sell it fast. Little nickel classifieds.
An important event of national interest is happening right here in the Puget Sound area. Recently, Ford Motor Company announced Blue Oval certification, a plan to revolutionize the automotive business by recognizing Ford dealers who are truly committed to serving their customers. This commitment must be demonstrated through customer satisfaction, investment in facilities, and quality people, professionals who are committed to excellence in service, repair, and sales. A select few Ford dealers in the state has been recognized with Blue Oval certification. 710 KIRO, the Dori Monson Show. Instant messages at 710KIRO.com. I'm checking them all out. But I'm also taking your phone calls, 421-KIRO, toll-free 877-710-KIRO. One person speculating that it's a perpetual motion-controlled, hovering Apple II computer. Yeah, could be. Now, this makes me wonder if the thing's a big hoax. Somebody just sent me a message and said, check out a song called It from a Kinks album. He thinks the album was in 1987, The Road Live. But he says they have a song on that album called It, and it's about the latest consumer item you cannot live without. That makes you wonder about the hoax aspect of all this. But as I said, the guy who wrote the article, who we had on last hour, sounded certainly believable and reputable. All right, back to your phone calls. Tom's on the car phone. Hello, Tom. You're on 710 KIRO.
Hi, Dory.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, this is one of the best shows you've had in recent memory. Thanks.
Well, that's not saying much.
Hey, yeah, it is.
No, I'm just
kidding.
kidding.
We could spend, a certain regional transit organization could spend $3 billion, probably be spent a little bit better.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, you remember, I think back in late 70s, early 80s, a movie called Explorers?
Explorers? No, it does not ring a bell.
Okay, it's three kids with a computer and one of the tilt-a-wheel cars.
Okay.
The computer somehow puts together this bubble in space and time, which sounded an awful lot like the IMs before the break, and that has all the pieces of what the teasers of this article have. It would wreak total havoc on regional planning because you'd have all these little bubbles all over the place.
And these are floating bubbles. This is like some kind of hovercraft type deal. Is that what you're talking about?
It's more like a space anomaly, just a little bubble. There's no propulsion other than, as you were talking about, the electromagnetic forces.
Oh, the anti-gravity thing. Well, what?
No, it's more the fact that electromagnetics more than anti-gravity.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the only way you're going to have anti-gravity is some counterbalancing force. But, well, I'm guessing I'm going to have to rent the movie to really figure out what it's about.
Definitely. And that's, rent it. It's exactly what the guy is talking about, although you can't put a tilt-a-whirl car in a duffel bag.
Yeah, that'd be one problem with that theory. All right, Tom, thanks for the tip. I'll keep an eye out for it at Hollywood Video. Tom, thanks. Let's go to Richard in Seattle. Richard, you're on 710 KIRO.
Hey there, Dory.
Hello, Richard.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, my speculation is that it's a computer brain interface, probably based upon something called the Pico chip or the integrity chip technology, which is a time domain encoded transmission technology.
Okay, now, it ain't hard to do, but you're already way over my head.
Well, I'm surprised I listen to you sometimes. I'm so far over your head, maybe.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is that what?
No, how do you put this thing together with a screwdriver and a couple of hex wrenches?
Well, it would be a device that would use your cranium and parts of your hippocampus and other parts of your physical being as a transducer to demodulate a signal.
Okay.
And that would create instant information like in your consciousness, as it were.
Okay, I'm no longer worried about you being that far over my head. All right, Reg, I got a break here for traffic, but I'm glad you called. So, something that instantly transmits signals into your brain. Wow. That's like what Rush Limbaugh does to his listeners. Okay, it's 2:32, News Radio 710 KIRO.
710 KIRO, KIRO, real-time traffic.
We'll get right back to your phone calls after a traffic check with Sarah Johnson.
Building volumes, but still the...
And KIRO. What a great mystery this is. Guy sent me the information about the song by the Kinks, which made me think that this might be a hoax. He just sent me the lyrics. I just got it, so I haven't even had a chance to read them yet. But the name of the song is It. And the lyrics are, I want you to imagine that somewhere in America there's a lovely housewife watching TV, doing her housework. Hi there, are you feeling tired, drained of all energy? Is your life becoming routine? Does your husband find you unattractive? Is your love life non-existent? Then you need It. Because it, like you, is a product of our time. It will change your life. You'll be vibrant, elegant, sexy. You want it, don't you? It. Yeah, she's got it. And it goes on and on from there. That's very intriguing, I must say. Okay, let's get back to your phone calls here. It's Steve on the plateau. Hello, Steve. You're on 710 KIRO.
Dori.
Hello, Steve.
Dori, it's got to be a robot.
It's got to be a robot.
Now, let me tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, you had the show right, the Jetsons, the wrong device, not the hovercraft.
You think
but
it's Rosie?
The robot.
It's Rosie, huh?
Artificial intelligence, 2 units. One half the artificial brain, the other half the robotic body. What do you think?
I'm trying to imagine them assembling that in 10 minutes with screwdrivers and a hex wrench.
Now all you're talking about doing is putting 2 units together. And
right.
Everything else is already done.
So the component parts are assembled in these duffel bags. They walk those into the hotel conference room. And for people who don't know what I'm talking about, the guy who wrote the article told us about this meeting. It was in a hotel conference room with a guard outside the door. And nobody inside has talked about it. But when this thing was put together, they heard Jeff Bezos' cackling laugh, as it was described.
Yeah, imagine him looking at it, and all of a sudden the eyes open up as the thing's turned on.
Okay, I'll throw that into the consideration. Thanks for the call. Glad you did, Steve. I got another instant message that I found very interesting because Cayman, the inventor of It, he also invented the iBot, as we talked about last hour, which is the wheelchair that can climb stairs. It can rise up so people can get stuff out of cupboards. One person writes, Dori, it's a transmutation of Cayman's iBot, a sort of super shoe that will allow you to walk at about 25 miles per hour. Cayman has beaten triathletes up hills using iBot. He is obsessed with iBot. I wouldn't completely discount that as a wacky idea. All right, back to the phones. Tom's in Renton. Hello, Tom. You're on 710 KIRO.
Hey, Dori.
Hey, Tom.
Well, I fear that last caller may have hit it on the head, but I think it's a personal maglev device.
A personal what?
Personal maglev device.
Maglev device.
Maglev, magnetic levitation.
Oh.
Like a train.
Oh, okay.
Captured alien technology.
So
Roswell. Come on.
So again, we're back to some sort of hovercraft.
But it's not going to be anything that cool. Well, it's not a hovercraft. It's, and it's more like a skateboard, but, they had to use the hex wrench and the screwdriver to put the handlebar and the seat on it.
So it's kind of like the Michael J. Fox board in Back to the Future.
Kind of, sort of, but it's it's got a seat and a handlebar on it, so you won't, if you're lame, you won't fall off and hurt yourself.
All right, I think you're onto something, Tom.
And you open the duffel bag and the thing powers up and it just boop,
It sounds like you got one running behind. Sounds like you have one running behind you right now.
Oh, a couple of them.
Yeah, okay. Well, when you get the prototype finished, send one over here, would you? All right, Tom, thanks. Don's on a car phone. Hello, Don. You're on 710 KIRO.
Hey,
You got me?
I got you.
Oh, I think it's a trash compactor.
A trash compactor.
Yeah, sure. You take a week's worth of household garbage and turn it into an indestructible construction block.
Wow. And so we will use that as the construction material of the future.
Build your cities of the future. You got it.
Wow. My first house in Ballard, I think, was built out of garbage. So I guess I was just ahead of my time.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you, Don. Opens up a toll-free line at 877-710-KIRO. Tom is in Renton. Hello, Tom. You're on 710 KIRO.
Hi, Dory.
Hey, Tom.
I've kind of got an idea that it's going to be something that's going to eliminate the use of fossil fuels.
Lay it on me.
If it's going to be a worldwide, proportionate type thing, that's the one item I think that the world would be mostly affected by.
Well, and again, in the article, it does say that it will profoundly affect our environment and the way people live worldwide. It will be an alternative to products that are dirty, expensive, sometimes dangerous, and often frustrating.
Exactly. And the environmental thing I thought was kind of a key. I also think that for him to do something as easy as a hotel room, it has to be somewhat of an existing product that he's modified that could possibly use salt water as a catalyst or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard ever since I was a kid that people were working on technologies to replace fossil fuels. So, I know people have been working on it for my entire lifetime, at least. All right, Tom, thank you very much. That opens up Seattle line for you at 421-KIRO. Toll-free is 877-710-KIRO. And, again, I find it interesting that nearly everybody seems to think that this is worth speculating about, because very few people have said, this is just a fraud, that's just, it's just some prank that's being foisted upon people. I guess the connections to this story are credible enough that people don't think that this is just some kind of practical joke. It's 2:43. I'll get right back to your phone calls as we continue on the Dori Monson. 2:47, News Radio 710 KIRO. Several people have instant messaged me suggesting that it's the old Woody Allen Orgasmatron. I've also gotten some people asking, would I recap the topic for the late arrivals? What we'll do is we'll leave the link up at my show page to the story that inspired all this. It's a story from inside.com. And to find the story itself, go to 710KIRO.com, and then in the left column, click on shows, then click on Dori Monson Show, and then once you get to my show page, click on, well, I keep forgetting, Phil, what are the click? Secret New Invention is what we've slugged it, and that'll take you to the long piece. We interviewed the author of that piece in the 1 o'clock hour about this invention that's going to change the world, and it has captured people's imaginations, that's for sure. Another person writes, Dori, it's an ICU2 TV set. And I would submit that I might be the only talk show host in Seattle who even gets that. And if you just moved here in the last 20 years, I don't want to even take the time to explain it. But it could be. It could be. All right, back to the phone. Steve is in Tacoma. Hello, Steve. You're on 710 KIRO.
Hey, Dori.
Hey, Steve.
The inventor of this thing is in the medical world, and he's made a few different things for people, and such as the wheelchair and so forth, and a couple other things you've discussed. But anyway,
right.
What the world wants and what the world needs, and what everybody wants and needs, but not everybody can have, is the you mentioned the Orgasmatron type of thing.
Right.
Well, if he had 2 units, one for female, one
so
for male,
speak.
there's a possibility there. Who knows? And maybe even have something to control AIDS for, to support this.
Yeah, that would explain why Bezos busted out laughing, too.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Andrew in Seattle. Hello, Andrew. You're on 710 KIRO.
Hey, Dori.
Hey, Andrew.
I may be, well, a little bit on the cynical side, but I think this is a scam.
Hey, we need a skeptic right about now, Andrew.
You got one here. This is missing all the key ingredients of a new product release, okay? First of all, it does have the hype.
Sure.
But where's the great unveiling? You know, where are all these guys standing up and saying, hey, you know, we've got this cool product here. This is it. We want you to invest. You know, where's all these requests for investments? And as to Bezos' laughter,
right?
I think he just got let in on the biggest scam and was laughing his behind off.
You made the biggest scam since Amazon stock?
Yeah, there you go. He's like, hey, someone who topped my joke.
There you go.
You know? And I think that's exactly what it is. Just when the reporter did this story, did he get to see the item?
No, he did not.
Okay.
All he has seen is the book proposal that the Harvard Business School Press paid $250,000 for the rights to.
Really?
Yes.
All right. And is there documentation saying that the Harvard Press paid this amount of money for this?
He sounded as though he had talked to... I'm trying to think if I asked him that exact question in the 1 o'clock hour. I believe that he confirmed that they have bought the book, but I don't remember with certainty that I asked him that question.
You know, some of the attendees of Harvard have been known to pull some great jokes out in the past.
Well, yeah, maybe it's the Harvard Lampoon people who are doing this.
Absolutely. And, you know, in the early 1900s, there was this big to-do about dinosaurs, that they found this dinosaur carcass somewhere.
Right.
And essentially they had every expert on the planet at the time, you know, coming in and chiming in on this. And we find out, you know, 6-7 years later that it was all a big hoax. I think this is a hoax, and I think people will find that out pretty soon.
All right. Andrew, a healthy dose of skepticism. Thank you very much. 251, News Radio 710 KIRO.
Listen to Brian Suits weeknights at 9.
And that can mean only one thing, that it's Monday night on News... there I go. I'm always screwing that up. That can only mean one thing, that Brian Suits is back in the studio with all the technical excellence that you've come to associate with my presence here on News Radio 710 KIRO, your home of the Mariners and the Seahawks, and your home of the Brian Suits Show every weekday night that I feel like showing up from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Well, tonight I felt like showing up.
Brian Suits, weeknights at 9 on 710 KIRO, KIRO.
That's how that works.
I'll admit it. My friends call me Mr. Research. Hey, I like to make informed decisions. So when it was time to go back to school for my degree, my research discovered a great choice just a few miles away.
University of Phoenix. Their programs are specially designed for working adults like me. One course at a time, convenient evening classes.
Small class sizes, supportive learning teams,
and instructors who actually have experience in the fields they teach.
I tell you, University of Phoenix has thought this thing through. And maybe that's why they're the largest private university in the nation.
If you think all degree programs are alike, do a little research on your own. University of Phoenix.
Find out how close you are to your educational goals. Call University of Phoenix in Washington today at 206-268-5800. Classes are starting soon. Financing is available. 206-268-5800. Or visit on the web at washington.phoenix.edu. You can do this.
The Fed gave us all good news last week, and Lone Street is giving you more today. With a drop in interest rates, Lone Street can help you skip a payment, lower your payment, get cash to consolidate your debt, pay off credit cards, or make home improvements. Lone Street has the industry's fastest way of approving loans, not only delivering great rates, but with absolutely no hidden fees at closing. Lone Street offers simplified processing and can even pre-approve your loan with no obligation. Lone Street can help you with a loan regardless of your credit status, so feel secure applying online at lonestreet.com. Or if you're more comfortable, talk with a Lone Street mortgage specialist in Bellevue today at 425-454-7276. 425-454-7276. That number again, 454-7276. Get the directions you need from Lone Street, the right people for the right loan. The good news just got better. By phone, in person, or online at lonestreet.com. Lone Street, a branch of PMIC.
It's the Winter White Sale at Sun Mountain Lodge near Winthrop. Cross-country ski and snowshoe packages offer incredible value. Ski from your door on 200 kilometers of groomed cross-country trails. Sleigh ride. Enjoy a spa treatment. Award-winning dining at the 360-degree view of Sun Mountain's winter wonderland await you. Visit our website at skisunmountain.net or call 800-572-0493. Sun Mountain Lodge.
Save big at Olympic Hot Tub Company's New Year clearance sale. Save on floor models, demos, and new 2000 Hot Spring Spas, the world's #1 selling hot tub. Olympic Hot Tub, Seattle, Fife, Everett, and at olympichottub.com. 254 News Radio 710 KIRO, the Dori Monson Show. Thanks to the listener who sent me the link to the story about Kamen, the inventor, Dean Kamen, at Wired.com. From September. He travels in his helicopter. He also has a jet that he flies for longer trips. So he obviously likes to fly to where he's going. Talks at some length about the iBot that he's invented and that will revolutionize wheelchairs. And then he also has a device that's mentioned in this article called the Stirling Engine. And Kamen says he hoped it can be developed into an affordable, portable machine that'll run a water purifier power generator that could zap contaminated H2O with a UV laser to make it safe for drinking. It can burn any fuel, and you can do all kinds of things with it. It might be very valuable in emerging economies, giving them access to electricity, even the internet. Back to your phone calls. Paul in Mukilteo, you're on 710 KIRO.
I've got the 100% correct idea here. I hope you're going to write it down and give me a big prize when it turns out to be correct.
You are certain you know what it is?
I have a feeling that I know exactly what it is.
Well, no, you just said 100%. Now you say you have a feeling. You're already backing off.
It is 100% right.
Okay, what is it?
His technology for the wheelchair was using computer circuits to maintain an upright position for the wheelchair, making micro-position adjustments to keep it upright when it was, in adverse conditions.
Okay.
So what he's done is he's transferred that technology over into something that everyday people can use, and the name of it gives it away, Ginger, a.k.a. Ginger Rogers. He's got a stand-up platform with two fancy-looking legs on either side that can stay upright and move at great speeds and can continue along like at 45 miles an hour without tipping over, so that everybody can use it in their day-to-day getting around town.
Okay, I'm out of time with that, but if that's what it is, I will remember your call, Paul, and I will give you your prize. All right, thanks for all the speculation. We'll follow through on this. See you tomorrow at noon.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow. In the 21st century, you'll have more fuel-efficient cars.
Yawn.
You'll rocket from place to place.
Ho hum.
You'll consolidate your monthly wireless, home phone, and internet service into one bill for much less than you're paying now.
Really?
Unlimited internet, a wireless plan that includes domestic long distance and 300 weekday, 1,000 weekend minutes, plus home phone service with modern features like voice messaging and talking call waiting.
Oh, wow.
This plan will be called Total Package from Quest, and it will cost about $85 a month.
Sorry, voice of the future person?
Yes?
Isn't this the 21st century?
Yes.
Just checking.
All the ways you stay in touch, all in one package. For just $84.95 a month. Call 1-800-962-6622 or visit a Quest retail store. Total package from Quest. Ride the light. Residential customers only. Restrictions apply. Service not available in all areas. Offer ends 2/26/2001.
Cyberfleet.com, where cars and trucks cost less. You can shop all the newspapers you want.
You can drive to all the dealerships you want.
You can surf all the websites you want. But if your time is precious and you simply want the best selection and the best price, go to cyberfleet.com. CYBERFLEET.com. Thousands of consumers are discovering the time-saving, money-saving convenience of cyberfleet.com. Cyberfleet.com is the site of choice for the region's biggest automotive new car resellers. Why waste precious time shopping retail when you can conveniently shop where your friends and neighbors are buying for less?
Buying for less.
Cyberfleet.com. Visit us today.
Boy, I'm sure glad Christmas is over.
Why?
Oh, choosing all those presents for everybody.
Yeah. How about you? Did you get everything you wanted?
Well, not everything.
Why not?
Well, what I really wanted was a new TV and DVD player and a home theater sound system. So I'm heading for video only to check out their annual clearance sale.
Well, what about all these other clearance sales?
Those places aren't dealing on the best stuff, like Sony Vega TVs and Panasonic VCRs and JVC TVs and Hitachi high-definition TVs and Yamaha audio systems.
Okay, I get the picture.
No, but we can go get the best picture and at clearance prices at video only or...
You'll be sorry.
Yeah.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or computers, but you will find the best deals on TVs, VCRs, DVDs, camcorders, home theater, and satellite systems. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't, you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Seattle, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma. Video only.
Don't drive to work without it. KIRO Chopper 710, Seattle's only traffic helicopter. Exclusively on News Radio 710 KIRO Seattle.
CBS News, I'm Cammie McCormick. The world's largest overnight shipping company has signed a deal with the U.S. Postal Service to help get your packages where they're going. You'll now see FedEx drop boxes in your local post office. The Postal Service will get to use FedEx planes.
The U.S. Postal Service wins with a single-tier transportation provider for most of its express mail and priority mail shipments, and FedEx wins with an expanded retail network. And, of course, the public wins with greater access to more services.
FedEx spokesman Greg Rossiter and Memphis competitors are steamed. A UPS spokesman says it's like the U.S. Transportation Department building roads exclusively for Chrysler. American Airlines confirmed today it's buying most of TWA and, in a separate deal, acquiring part of U.S. Airways. American is already the nation's second largest carrier behind United, the world's largest. And the two transactions would mean American and United control more than half the U.S. travel market. That's raised red flags with some consumer groups. Police in Nevada City, California are looking for a gunman who went on a shooting spree this morning, killing 3 people and wounding 1. The shootings began at a county social services building and continued at a local restaurant. Tomorrow is an important deadline for Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh. He has until then to decide whether or not to change his mind about dropping his death penalty appeals. Rick Salinger of CBS affiliate KCNC-TV has talked to McVeigh's attorney, and he says McVeigh's mind has been made up.
After meeting with his client for an hour and a half behind prison walls, lawyer Dennis Hartley says Timothy McVeigh has decided to go ahead and let an execution date be set.
Well, I never know if anybody's ready to die or not ready to die. I think he is ready to stop this process.
Once notice is sent from the court, the Bureau of Prisons can then set a date for execution. McVeigh would then become eligible to apply for executive clemency, if he so chooses. Rick Salinger for CBS News, Denver.
Energy Secretary Bill Richardson's only days from leaving office, but he's making a last-minute trip to the Persian Gulf. He'll try this weekend to persuade OPEC ministers to keep oil production levels where they are. OPEC is expected to formally approve slashing production at a meeting later this month in Vienna. One of the Clinton administration's biggest foreign policy challenges has been the Mideast peace process. With the latest, here's CBS News correspondent Mark Knoller at the White House.
Though President Clinton's time in office is running out, the Mideast trip of his special envoy Dennis Ross has been put on hold for the time being. The White House will wait until after CIA Director George Tenet finishes his security talks with Israeli and Palestinian officials. Spokesman Jake Seward